This is our town, St. Joseph, Missouri, USA. Beneath the busy, crowded scurry of our town is the philosophy of the frontier, that deep, running, progressive courage that built St. Joseph in the West. Our town was settled in 1826, founded by Joseph Rubidoux at a strategic spot along the Missouri River in an area then known as the Black Snake Hills. In 1843, our town became known as St. Joseph after the patron saint of its founder. By 1849, it was a thriving town of over 1,900 residents. As a rough-and-tumble frontier town, St. Joseph was the home of many colorful figures of American history. Among them were the James boys, Jesse and Frank, infamous and immortal outlaws. It was here in our town that a bullet struck Jesse in the back and ended one of the longest and most destructive careers in the annals of outlawry. Our tradition and history is steeped as strongly as chuck wagon coffee, and it serves as a challenge. For unlike many frontier towns which sprung up and flourished only to blow away with the tumbleweeds, St. Joseph prospered. It became a center for pioneers heading west, the first goal along the long trail to the coast. The Pony Express started here. Gold Rush wagons outfitted here and left on the tedious trek across the plain and over the end of the Rockies. From the very beginning, our town was a busy little trading post, a secure foothold on the frontier, nestled among the hills that line the wide Missouri. As the starting point for the Pony Express, St. Joe won national renown as the plucky riders and horses streaked across the West in relays, making the trip to Sacramento in less than 10 days. Our town is located in what was the heart of the Indian country. Many battles marked the carving of the frontier, but as years went by, relations with the country's first citizens were improved. Another colorful figure of the early days in the history of our town was Jeff Thompson. Thompson was mayor in 1859 and attained the rank of brigadier general in the war between the states as a member of the Missouri Volunteer Militia. Meriwether Jeff Thompson was another frontiersman of which our town is justly proud. With all this fine historical background, St. Joseph is nationally known among those who travel as one of the most interesting cities in the West. It's been a long time since clothes like these have been worn on the streets of our town, and each year has brought progress and growth. We are proud of the past, the present, and the future of our town, and as we take a few minutes here to look back, we do it with the knowledge that we have come a long way since the days of high-button shoes, the Pony Express, and fringed surreys. Not long after our town was settled, pioneers found that the rich soil had a potential as great as the gold which they were seeking. With the establishment of agriculture, St. Joseph's continued prosperity was ensured. The balanced trade which was built up then remains here today, giving our town a stable economy. Balanced farming programs under the sponsorship of the local Chamber of Commerce, farm groups, and the United States government are continuing to aid the farmers of the Midland Empire by assisting with crop marketing, crop improvement, soil conservation, livestock improvement, disease prevention, and other specialized activities. This interest in farming by the business people of St. Joe has paid off in higher sales volume due to farm trade. For if farmers, like anyone else, are able to make more money, they are able to spend more with St. Joe merchants and live better. Over 3,000 families are participating in the balanced farming program. In 10 years, the St. Joe livestock market rose from 13th place in the nation to 8th place, with receipts in excess of $250 million. More than 150,000 farm boys and girls have come to St. Joe during the past 10 years, along with their parents and friends, to attend the shows, the market days, judging, and exhibitions. Agriculture, which has always played a prime role in the progress of our town, is a strong and healthy part of our economy. It will continue to be so. National recognition of our town's farm program has come from all corners of government and industry. But what is more important, the Midland Empire continues to grow and to prosper. The progress that is being made along the lines of farming can perhaps best be expressed in quoting a letter from Ezra Taft Benson, Secretary of Agriculture. It is heartening to learn that St. Joseph businessmen are taking such an active interest in the agricultural welfare of their trade area. I hope you will assure those businessmen that their interest in departmental programs and policies is deeply appreciated. The balanced farming program and fertilizer programs are adding over $15 million to the community each year. That's the kind of progress we make in St. Joe. In South St. Joseph are located the bulk of the many mills that grind feed. Feed manufacturing in our town has increased in volume to a point where it now ranks 5th in the country. The stockyards are also located in South St. Joseph. The vast expanse of these stockyards sees many thousands of head of cattle, sheep, and hogs pass through its gates each year. Nearly 1 million animals yearly. Several large, nationally known packing plants are also located here. One important meatpacking house is entirely a local operation. The Sites Packing Company, packers and distributors of Lover's Lane brand of fine quality meats and meat products. Here, we are watching the manufacture of all meat wieners at the modern Sites processing plant. After the casings are filled, the wieners are fed through a linking machine, where they assume the familiar shape of ye old hot dog. Then they are cooked and cured in the smokehouse. When they are finished with this process, the franks are placed on the line again and go to the automatic peeling machines where the casings are removed. Hence, we have skinless hot dogs. The hot dogs are then packed and ready to go. Guaranteed fresh, just like all Lover's Lane meats. Safe and tasty on any dinner, luncheon, or snack menu. Another important department of the Sites Company is the bacon packaging line. Here, top-quality sides of bacon are sliced, sorted, and packaged in extra clean conditions that are the most modern methods yet developed. Only the best bacon is labeled Lover's Lane. That's your assurance of quality wherever you buy meat. Better than 80,000 packages bearing the Lover's Lane brand are distributed each week in an especially equipped fleet of 20 trucks within 150 miles radius of St. Joe. Their high standards of production are your guarantee of quality. Sites Packing Company employs 170 of your friends and neighbors in their 2 plants in St. Joseph. Good wages and good working conditions are company policy. Sites jobs are steady, and employees are given every consideration. Not 1 hour's time has ever been lost because of any labor grievance. Sites, the union, and the employees are equally proud of this record. Quality meat, pride in products, sanitary conditions, progressive management, all these go into each package of Lover's Lane meats. From filet mignon to the popular hot dog, Lover's Lane meats are tops in quality, flavor, and freshness. The products bearing Lover's Lane label are made right here in St. Joe by the Sites Packing Company. Thousands of families in the surrounding area have come to know that dated, fresh, guaranteed, fresh or money-back Lover's Lane meats are the best buy for any menu. This statue symbolizes the daring and adventure of the first transportation system which serviced our town. In 1860, the Pony Express required 10 days for the run to Sacramento. It's a far cry from the hazards of that trip to the sleek, fast, smooth-riding diesel trains which now service St. Joe, for our town has been an important railroad center ever since the early days of the West. It was the terminus for the Hannibal and St. Joseph Railroad, the first railroad west of the Mississippi. Millions of dollars worth of railroad installations are located in St. Joseph. The Union Station, switch yards, storage yards, freight houses, repair and servicing shops of several lines are located here. Rail connections with all parts of the United States, with both passenger and freight service, are among the best. Many thousands of people come to our town each year via railroad. 6 trunk line railroads serve our town, along with 51 daily intercity buses. Another milestone of progress, which is a part of our town's development, is the Rosencrantz Memorial Airport, a symbol of the air age. In 1860, 10 days from St. Joe to Sacramento by Pony Express. In 1954, the same trip takes less than 10 hours in the planes which service this airport. A modern, up-to-date airport whose facilities scoff at the hazards of rain or snow or gloom of night. These giants of the airways make our town next-door neighbors of the large cities on both coasts of our great nation. Another fine feature of our town is the accommodations offered to travelers. From all over the world, people who come to St. Joe are impressed by the friendly hospitality of our citizens and our businesses. An important center for tourists is the Ruby-Doo Hotel on Francis Street. With 250 rooms, coffee shops, and dining rooms, the Ruby-Doo offers the finest in accommodations for visitors. The adjoining garage houses not only parking facilities and complete service station, but also a registration desk and a covered entrance to the rooms, a great convenience for those who travel in the family automobile. Once inside the hotel, the city's largest, guests find themselves in the luxuriously appointed, spacious lobby where courteous clerks and operators are standing by to do everything possible to make the visitor's stay an enjoyable one. Once in a comfortable, well-decorated room with a spacious shower or bath with plenty of towels, our visitors can freshen up after a hard day on the road. A friendly, relaxed Western atmosphere greets the traveler in the Pony Express bar. A nationally famous dining room at the Ruby-Doo is the Black Angus Room, where soft organ music sets the mood for smooth drinks and the very ultimate in food. A novel feature, and a tasty one, too, of the coffee shop at the hotel is the circus buffet table. A wide variety of foods to please the most discriminating palate are offered nightly and at a special price. Many local people find that the coffee shop of the Ruby Doo is the ideal place to take Mom and the family for a real treat. That roast beef looks mighty good. It is. Industrialists are always seeking towns that have good freight service. St. Joseph is again near the top in this category. With the vast yards and servicing facilities, freight service just couldn't be better. This has brought new firms to St. Joseph in recent years. Transportation was an important factor that was considered when Noma Lights moved to St. Joseph in 1947 from the east. Noma products are shipped throughout the world. This large St. Joseph firm, employing 1,000 local people, is the largest manufacturer of Christmas tree lights and decorations in the world. Nearly everyone in St. Joseph has a relative at Noma or works here himself. Let's watch while Noma's craftsmen make the popular bubble lights for our Christmas cheer. Here, the tubes are being formed. Next, the tubes are filled with the fluid that bubbles in the light and sealed. The tubes and sockets are assembled on a modern production line. Each bubble lamp, like all Noma products, is carefully made for many Christmases of dependable service. All Noma products are carefully tested, as on this testing rack where bubble lights are being checked. Every day is Christmas at Noma, where a whole year's production is devoted toward making one day a very special one. One day's production would light up every home in St. Joseph. Strings of Christmas tree lights are just one group of Noma products. Other products include all kinds of indoor and outdoor decorations for tables, walls, doorways, mantels, lawns, and rooftops. There's even one kind of Christmas tree that never loses its needles, never needs water, and yet stays cherry green from Christmas to Christmas. It's made right here in St. Joseph at Noma, homegrown in the big brick building that is familiar to everyone. Many parts for the Noma products line are made in Noma's own parts manufacturing department. This means a better product through close quality control at a lower consumer cost through transportation and production efficiency. The heart of Noma's large plant is the machine shop, where skilled craftsmen and precision tools combine to make new machinery, repair old, and keep the many tools, dies, jigs, and forms in working order. From beginning to end, Noma lights are quality lights, famous the world over for their cheery dependability. As a modern pioneer in the field of Christmas decoration, Noma is happy to play such an important part in St. Joseph life. This is Mighty Mo, Big Muddy, the Missouri River. Its Herculean power is immeasurable. Little by little, the grand lady is being harnessed for man, but there are times when her powerful snake-like coils twist and squirm to strain the grip man has placed on her with his dams and levees. There are times of stress in man's life, too. That is when it's handy to have cash available from a savings account or investments and insurance. That is why hundreds of St. Joseph people have placed their savings at the First Federal Savings and Loan Association of St. Joseph. First Federal is chartered and supervised by the U.S. government. All deposits are insured up to $10,000 under the Federal Savings and Loan Insurance Corporation. First Federal began business in 1935. Since then, they have grown with our town, helping with its progress in every way possible. At present, Over 2,500 loans have been made to local people to aid them in purchasing their homes. More than 4,000 people have savings accounts at First Federal. Each account and loan receives personal attention of Federal's courteous employees. All transactions are checked individually to make sure errors do not occur. A specially constructed vault protects the records of the firm. Just another illustration of their concern for safety of your savings and your investments. Also located in the familiar white KFEQ building is the Ferdler Brunner & Son Insurance Agency. Founded with a concept of forming a permanent institution for your protection, it was begun in 1914 and has since become relied upon by not only St. Josephites, but by all the Midland Empire as well for dependable insurance. The experienced people at Ferdler Brunner & Son are only part of the LeBrunner organization. Behind them stand many of the oldest and strongest insurance companies in the world, including Lloyd's of London. Specializing in extra hazard or hard-to-place risks, they also write all other forms of insurance. Dependability of financial organizations and insurance policies go hand in hand, and this dependability can be found in the same building in St. Joseph, easily accessible, qualified by years of experience to handle both your financial and business matters. Ferdler Brunner & Son Insurance and the First Federal Savings and Loan Association of St. Joseph, two trusted St. Joseph institutions at your service. Stop in and get acquainted, just as thousands of your St. Joseph neighbors have done. These are your friends and neighbors, just a few of the 80-odd thousand folks who call our town home. They're of many kinds, rich, poor, tall, short, slender, heavy, light, and dark, but they've some things in common. They're from St. Joseph, and most of them must like it here because they stay, build and buy homes, raise families, go to school, church, work and play, just like the many millions of other Americans all over the country. Pretty well dressed, well fed, and happy to be a part of our town. Let's look a minute. There might be someone there we know. Sure, right there, the folks down the street. And there's the next-door neighbor's boy. See anyone else you know? Here's a fellow you ought to know, your Concer's laundryman, loading up with fresh, clean clothing, towels, and dry cleaning for delivery to you and your neighbors. Concer's laundrymen have been a familiar part of St. Joe since 1888, over 67 years of service. Concer's has grown with our town. Being a progressive firm, they will continue to grow, keeping in the forefront of the laundry and dry cleaning industry. Concer's now serves an area 50 miles in radius from their modern plant at 1714 Buchanan Avenue in the center of St. Joseph. Let's have a look inside the huge Concer plant. Here's where Concer's experience in laundering is put to the final test. The shirt processing line, where dress shirts are ironed just the way the customer wishes. When your laundry is delivered at the plant by the route man, it is tagged and sorted and then washed in modern equipment that gently floats the dirt out, leaving your clothes sparkling clean, almost as clean as new. It's then fluff dried, and if you have asked for it, sent to the finishing department. In the finishing department, it is ironed carefully and expertly by Concer's experienced employees. Next, your laundry is assembled and wrapped, ready for delivery. Dry cleaning is done by the modern exclusive Sanitone process at Concer's. First, your garments are marked, then the spots are carefully and safely removed from even your finest clothing. After your clothes are Sanitoned, they are expertly pressed and hung on hangers, covered, protecting them from dust and wrinkles. That's how Concer's cleans and washes your clothes. They know how. They've done it for 67 years. Just ask any friend or neighbor about Concer's service. Then call for a route man right away. You'll protect your clothes if you have them cleaned by Concer's. Many other fine firms are grouped in the retail district, providing for all of your needs. Everything for home, farm, or office is found right here. More than 2,000 firms and businesses at your service. An outstanding feature of St. Joe is our unsurpassed park and recreation system. There are 21 parks in our town, occupying a total area of 1,300 acres. Several of them are connected by picturesque tree-lined parkways. Our parks commemorate the birth and history of our town, symbolize St. Joseph's contribution to peace, country, and God. Well-equipped, safe, and spacious, the park system also provides a place for recreation for all ages, playgrounds, swimming, baseball, tennis, and other sports. Cool, spacious, and inviting, St. Joseph's parks are the talk of everyone who visits here. Whether you're inside or out, at work or at play, there's always a relaxing thing you can do. Have a Coke. Coke is one thing that is at home anytime, anywhere, the world over. For nearly 50 years, Hund & Eager Bottling Company has been supplying Coca-Cola to St. Joseph and the Midland Empire. Quality runs hand in hand with civic pride at Hund & Eager, very much a part of St. Joe. Hund & Eager employees are proud of their interest and accomplishment in civic league, bowling, baseball, and basketball. They have won many trophies that attest to the fact. Coke quality starts with syrup. It is combined with quality water. Water is tested carefully at Hund & Eager for any impurities. Coke taste depends on good water. Bottles are washed and sterilized in a modern automatic machine. Water and Coca-Cola syrup are combined in exact proportions, carbonated under pressure, and automatically bottled. Sealed and cased under the watchful eyes of Jim Bloom, who for 20 years has supervised the production of Coca-Cola at Hund & Eager. Coke is bottled at the rate of 360 cases per hour. That means 155 bottles every minute. The general manager of Hund & Eager is J.V. Morehouse, a Hund & Eager employee for over 19 years. Our fleet of 32 specially equipped trucks is operated by Hunt and Eager to deliver Coke to the 9 counties in the area. It's a big job. 250,000 people get pretty thirsty, especially for the pause that refreshes in the familiar green bottle, Coca-Cola. Our town is proud of the many fine homes which line its streets. Many date back 100 years. Many are newer homes, and still more that are among the most modern designs anywhere, and, of course, many under construction. There are about 25,000 homes in our town now, and it's still growing at the rate of $3 million worth per year. That's not the fastest rate of growth, but it's far from the slowest. A steady, solid town we have with steady, solid citizens. Several companies have grown with our town and are now firmly established. An important one is Biles and Company, suppliers of everything for the builder. Biles and Company first appeared on the St. Joe scene in 1889. Since then, they have literally built with St. Joseph. Until today, they are a major supplier of quality lumber and building materials. Built upon the premise of quality lumber at reasonable prices, combined with prompt and courteous service. Biles and Company's years of experience is now called upon by a great portion of the builders in our town. Take your building problems to Biles for home and practical advice on your building project, whether you're building a new back porch or an entire house. No lumber is exposed to the weather at Biles. Guarding against rot, warping, and deterioration is another example of the extra care you get at Biles without extra cost. Millwork ordered from Biles is sure to be done to your specifications, quickly, too. If you are planning to remodel, redecorate, add on, or start from scratch, give consideration to the many fine interiors available in wood, plywoods, and hardboards at Biles. Tasteful, practical, expert styling by the Home Planning Department, which protects your investment and increases the pleasure of owning a home. And there's a style and texture to fit your taste and your pocketbook, too. As a special service to those who are building or remodeling, Mr. Ned Biles is ready to help plan your dream house. Stop in soon. Biles and Company, your lumber dealer, would like to meet you. Land and property in our town is valued at over $70 million, assessed valuation. St. Joe serves a trade area of about 415 square miles and has about 215 miles of streets and over 33,000 telephones. Another firm that has played an important part in building St. Joseph is the Pioneer Sand Company, incorporated in 1902. Pioneer Sand Company serves all of northwest Missouri and eastern Kansas. Pioneer produces 1,500 tons of sand per day, and about half of this is shipped by rail. The remainder is used by contractors and for concrete and haydite blocks. The sand comes from the Missouri River and is brought to the dock by Pioneer's fleet of barges, dredge, and towboats. Pioneer Sand, rightly named, has been a pioneer in the manufacture of concrete blocks for better concrete masonry. Each haydite concrete block is vibrated as it is made in this special automatic machine, which also mixes the ingredients and forms the blocks. The quality of each block is maintained by accurate measurement of cement, aggregate, and water. 100% automatic, the machine rejects any blocks which are imperfect. Produced at the rate of 6,000 blocks per day, haydite blocks by Pioneer can be depended upon. They are made under the careful supervision of Charles J. Feeney, President and General Manager of Pioneer. After the blocks are made, they are steam cured in huge steam kilns. Handling bulky materials such as sand, concrete blocks, and cement by specially designed equipment gets the job done faster and more efficiently. That means lower cost to the customer for a high-quality product. Pioneer's fleet of 15 trucks and 4 cranes makes speedy work of even the largest orders. Pioneer's products are not the most obvious in new buildings, but that does not detract from their importance. Pioneer haydite blocks have been used as foundations for thousands of homes and buildings in the Midland Empire. There are 50 schools in St. Joseph, including 33 public schools and 12 parochial schools. Mighty fine ones, too, valued at better than $10 million. About 14,000 young folks attend the school system. There are nearly 500 teachers. They not only teach the 3 R's, but many other important subjects to help our young people grow into the big shoes that they soon must fill. Well-educated citizens are good citizens. From these ranks come tomorrow's doctors, lawyers, dentists, congressmen, firemen, policemen, pilots, and presidents. Investment in youth and education is an important investment in tomorrow. That's the whole thought behind the new school building programs in our town. Ultra-modern, inside and out, monuments of tomorrow, our schools stand today as a nation's bulwark against oppression, ignorance, bigotry, and strife. An important cog in this building expansion program of our town is the Thomas Construction Company, who are pleased to be helping to build St. Joseph's investment in their young people. Thomas Construction Company was incorporated in July 1948 and has expanded greatly until now. It is equipped to handle efficiently any size building project. Thomas Construction Company operated under the management of Howard and Stanford Thomas. Howard Thomas, a builder for over 25 years, is vice president and field supervisor. He is seldom to be found in his office, but rather out on one of the many construction jobs that are in progress. The other half of Thomas's management is Stanford Thomas, who is president of the corporation. The nerve center of Thomas Construction is in these modern offices in the Schneider Building. Estimates and engineering planning work is done here by the specialists in those fields, using latest methods and equipment. Tough problems are worked out in advance, saving time, money, and nerves, and also allowing the creation of spectacular engineering feats, such as the building of a large grain warehouse. Whether it is the expansion project of the Eugene Field School or the planning and building of a large grain warehouse, the coordination and cooperation within the Thomas Construction Company ensures the continued, dependable services, know-how, and progressive ideas brought to it by the many years of sound business experience of such men as Howard and Stanford Thomas and their capable staff, known to all of us as the Thomas Construction Company. Sports play an important part in the life of our young folks, as do the other extracurricular activities which today play such an important part in the educational system. Teamwork, will to win, sportsmanship, coordination, all are developed on the football field, tennis court, and baseball diamond. Here, our young people develop the early knowledge of fair play, teamwork, and the ability to get along with their neighbors, all of which build strong and active citizens. We're mighty proud of the fire department. 131 men in 12 stations stand by, ready to man 21 pieces of motorized firefighting equipment to protect our town. Our 101-man police department is housed at Central Station. They are aided in the vital task of protecting St. Joseph by radio and 21 cars. Here at City Hall are located the majority of other city offices. City Hall occupies a prominent location in our civic center. There are 94 churches in our town, representing all faiths, serving the spiritual needs of our people. We are proud of the good attendance of both young and old, the community spirit of all denominations, and the lessons we learn of life and death through the teachings of our capable leaders. One firm which has grown with St. Joseph since the very beginning is Heaton Bowman Funeral Home. Present operating policies of this firm have been handed down from its founder, B.J. Heaton, who came to St. Joseph in 1842. This home, with its rich heritage of understanding, sympathetic, and dignified service to the people of St. Joseph, has for the many years kept pace with the needs of the community. Every comfort and courteous service is given the bereaved, every care the departed. Home-like rooms are provided for the family so that privacy may be assured. And appropriate organ music is provided. For 113 years now, Heaton Bowman has been a friend to St. Joseph. The present president and manager, Mr. Frank A. Bowman, was an associate of Mr. D.E. Heaton, son of the founder. Also associated with the firm at present is Mr. Harold Bowman. Heaton Bowman's present location was first occupied in 1921. It has since been enlarged and remodeled. Until now, it is one of the outstanding funeral homes of the Middle West. Heaton Bowman is proud to have been a part of our town for these many years. Flowers are appropriate for all occasions, be they sad or glad. We're fortunate indeed in our town to have Stuppy's flowers, fresh, colorful, with a delicious mixture of fresh garden bouquets. Stuppy's, whose good taste provides not only the flowers and plants, but the many kinds and varieties of containers that make that birthday, anniversary, or wedding table setting an outstanding remembrance. We often wish for just the right container to enhance our flowers. As you can see by the wide variety, that problem is eliminated at Stuppy's. The wide selection makes it possible to give baby a cute novelty with flowers or grandma a keepsake with plants. We can trim our dark corners with cheer from the colorful assortment of dried fruits and flowers. Every flower in its season comes to Stuppy's from their own greenhouses. The variety of plants, the wide choice of flowers, from the daintiest budding rose to the large and colorful chrysanthemum, make it possible to fit the flowers and the color schemes to all occasions. Courteous and cheerful service with suggestions to help you plan that flower table setting or to select an assortment of plants that are just right in a sunny or shady spot in your home or for that of a friend are all part of Stuppy's service to you. The care and careful supervision of the greenhouses are what make Stuppy's plants and flowers sturdy and long-lasting. The clean, warm, controlled air and light, plus careful feeding, give each plant the nourishment and comfort it would have in its own natural habitat. Loving care and hard work go into the raising of healthy, handsome plants and flowers. You will agree that these show the effort that goes into their being. Here at Stuppy's greenhouses, you will find every kind of plant, from the sturdy geranium to the more delicate African violet. Each will be delivered to you, healthy and beautiful, with instructions for its proper care. They await your selection. They will add color and beauty to your everyday living. When you think of fresh, fragrant flowers and lovely containers to enhance them, you can depend on Stuppy's to supply them. Flowers are for God and lovers, someone wrote. Wild flowers dotted Lover's Lane when Eugene Field wrote his famous lines about it. Let's sit a while, beloved, and dream of the good old days, of the kindly shade which the maples made round the staunch but squeaky chaise, with your head upon my shoulder and my arm about you so, though exiles we shall seem to be in Lover's Lane, St. Joe. Probably the most famous place in town for children and tourists alike is the St. Joseph Museum. Beginning as a children's museum, under inspiring support from townspeople, our museum, directed by Roy E. Coy, has become a real showplace and is known throughout the Midland Empire. The museum houses historical papers and displays, many of which you have already seen in This Is Our Town. Also, In natural habitat settings of surprising realism are groupings of wildlife that are native to the Midland Empire, from the lowly skunk to the much sought-after mink. The nature study offered is important to both young and old, giving an interest and understanding of our great outdoors to those of us who cannot make trips to the woods and streams that surround us. A visual education program is administered through the museum. Under it, sound and color movies with expert narration filmed by naturalists in the field are available for showing to groups, schools, and also to clubs. At the rear of the museum grounds is an old coach house and stable, which has been converted to use as crafts training room. Here, children can learn painting, pottery making, clay modeling, or just enjoy the atmosphere of their surroundings. Is there any doubt that museum craft room towels get dirty? This is an investment in the junior citizens of our town. It's an early start through active education of an investment for the future of the junior citizens of our town. Another place that specializes in investments for the future, your future, is the Guard Business University. Fully accredited by the National Association and Council of Business Schools, Guard was established in 1879, rendering continuous educational service for over 75 years. Guard's teachers and administrators are eager and qualified to give counsel on your course of study. A typical group of Guard students are on their way to class. High school graduates all over the Midland Empire and veterans make up the majority of Guard students. All have one goal, bettering their position through business education. There is a large study hall where groups of students work on assignments for their next class. No discipline is needed here. Everyone has a purpose. They must learn in order to earn, and they are willing and diligent students. Accounting students learn their vital job from Fred B. Adams and Mr. Eugene Amarine. Mr. Adams has been with Guard for 22 years. A vital part of Guard business education is the concept of learning by doing. Learning by doing is to be found in every class. It pays off in better qualified graduates, dependable and experienced in their work. Under experienced teachers such as Mrs. Robert Delaney and Catherine Tenner, men and women learn to transcribe in shorthand as rapidly as most people can speak. All kinds of office equipment is used to acquaint the student with every phase of business practice. One of the most useful of all business arts is typing. Dozens of fast, accurate typists are needed each year in St. Joseph. The largest comptometer department of any private business school in the Middle West is at Guard. As business becomes more and more specialized, the need for trained comptometer operators grows. Placement, guidance, experience, expert training on up-to-date equipment, all these add up to make a Guard graduate a valuable asset to any organization. Symbolizing the new era of modern transportation and commerce is the impressive Pony Express Bridge. This symbol is a part of the past, present, and future of our town. We've come quite a long way since we were a lonely little trading post on the frontier. We have become the agricultural center of an area in which 250,000 people live. St. Joseph is their town, too, for it is here that they trade. We are now a major transportation center, health center, and manufacturing center. We are big and strong, a symbol of a new frontier. The dirt roads of just a few years ago are now the highways connecting our town with the major cities of America. Situated as we are geographically, our town is still on the frontier. There's no doubt about that. But it is the center of Midwest activity, truly a crossroads of America. After all, this is our town, St. Joseph, Missouri, USA.